never knew this now, but you're this close, igniting your inner champion and reclaiming your destiny.
Here by myself at the shop, just thinking in my head about I met Mike Tyson one time, and it's one of those experiences that I'll never forget. You know, it was just those moments in time that are forever in your brain, and that's absolutely one of them. Now, mind you, this is in the middle of COVID, so this is probably 3 months into COVID, and the whole world's shut down, but Mike Tyson really didn't give a shit about COVID, and really no one there did either. And so there was about, I don't know, 10 or 12 of us that ended up coming by this guy's office, and he told us about this idea that he had for Tyson Ranch, and it was basically supposed to be this outdoor venue, and I should follow up on that. I have no idea if anything ever came about with that. He's also heavy into cannabis, so I think some of the meeting was to fundraise money for cannabis and stuff like that. Yeah, so they had this small presentation, and you know, but one of the things that really got to me that day, you know, Mike Tyson was not there to sign gloves and hats and t-shirts and stuff. And I just thought to myself, like, you got to be a really big D-bag to drag that shit to this kind of thing. But what I was really impressed with was Mike Tyson didn't give a shit. Like, he was so nice. Like, he's like, yeah, man, no problem. I'll sign that. And he just signed everything. And I don't know if I guess you just come to live with that kind of lifestyle. But another thing that he said that obviously has been ringing in my head a lot lately is he said that who you start with is never who you finish with. And that was really like, whoa. Because whenever you start like a new business or a new venture or whatever, it's always like, oh, these people, this is always going to be the crew, and like we're going to do this thing. And I really believe that the stronger that you can come to realize and just accept that these people might be with me, they might not be with me, but the reality is that I'm with me. And no matter what happens, whether these people are with me or they're not with me, doesn't really matter, because I have to be on board with me. And what happens to a lot of people, including myself, is I got caught into that whole concept of like, we're the startup, this is the crew, like we're gonna do this thing. And then what ended up happening is you lose people, and then you lose everybody, and then you go through this weird depression, or at least I did, where I just was on this constant crawl back to try to like rebuild something that was lost. And instead of just like cutting ties and just moving forward, which is what I should have done a long time ago. And so sometimes I feel like in life we prolong the pain. You know, life's fucking scary, and you know, the pain is real, and the faster you can package it up, box it, move on. You know, there's a saying that goes something like, you got depression, which is looking into the past. You've got anxiety, which is fear of the future. And then you have the ability to just be present. And I think that's why people focus on this mindfulness concept so much, is this, you know, this fortress of serenity in today, which is really important. Another thing he said is that you have to live life on its terms, not on ours. And for me, that's an incredibly difficult thing to figure out, and something that I struggle with every day, as I'm sure we all do, right? I mean, Tony Robbins says it best, that nothing happens to you, everything happens for you. So when bad shit's happening, you gotta like somehow figure out like, oh, I'm so excited. Like, I wonder what's gonna come about from this. And it seems so unnatural when we say these things, but I can tell you right now, as somebody that's gone from working with 20 people every day, I mean, my own mail never came to my house. Like, somebody else opened it. to just working by myself now is such a change for me, and scary and depressing and gratifying and exciting. And so everything from the worst to the best to down the middle. And the hardest thing for me to do is to control my emotions. But when I remind myself that everything in life happens for me, not to me, I then can embrace and love life on its terms instead of trying to bend it to my own terms. So I did find one video. Let's see if I can get it to play.
Hey, Dominic and Milo, this is Mike Tyson. I'm here with your dad. You guys keep doing awesome.